What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Eddy 843, aka Eddy Kool, and this is part 1 of a 3-part show. This is the Pro Wrestling edition. I'm like, damn, I wasn't gonna do it today, but I just got finished watching the Life and Times of Curt Hennig, good DVD if you're a true wrestling fan. And I said, well, the hell, why not? It's a 3-part series. I changed one of the topics because I feel like I didn't want to talk about it no more. The second topic was going to be my feelings about Mike Adamle being the Raw GM, but he ain't got a job no more. I'm going to replace that with how I feel about the WWE Divas and the TNA Knockouts. But part 1 of this is how I got started watching pro wrestling. I want to say it started back in South Carolina about around the early 90s. I don't know how I began watching them. I mean, my father was like, watching wrestling, and I guess I was watching wrestling, and at the time in the South, the NWA, WCW was popular, so I was watching that towards that whole transition, and then you had like, mom and pop, wrestling organizations that were being shown, in the South Carolina region, because I guess that was like a big mid-Atlantic territory region. Yeah, I used to watch a whole lot of WCW. I didn't start watching WWF or WWE until about 92 or 93. So I mean, that's how I got started watching wrestling, and I was fascinated with, like, the maneuvers and the personalities and the characters, and I liked it. So I'm like, wow, this is nice. And every week, I was looking forward, to Saturdays. Y'all remember this back in the South, 9:05 or wherever you stayed in, the standard time zone. The Power Hour would come on, and then you had the WWE morning show that came on at 10, and then you had WCW Pro that came on at 12, and then if you had another network that played WCW Pro again, it came on again, and last but not least, you had WCW Saturday Night, and I barely got to see like the last few shows of Saturday Night Main Event, and but other than that, man, I was a big fan of wrestling. I mean, from Clash of the Champions, and I was little trying to stay up late, but Mom's like, boy, you better go to bed, and I was like, well, I don't want to argue, so I guess I have to go to bed. And so that's pretty much how I started, and I've been in love with pro wrestling ever since. And this is the end of part 1. Part 2 coming soon.